Amen.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How was everybody? Good. Look at the weather outside. Is that a spring or winter? Spring. No more winter. Praise the Lord. You know what? I'm going to conclude the series of messages that we had for the past almost a month. So first, when life doesn't make sense, what? Don't demand to comprehend. Second, when life doesn't make sense, don't let down your faith. Last Sunday, when life doesn't make sense, don't bow to resentment. Now I should be giving a message today that is entitled, When Life Doesn't Make Sense, Don't Be Unwilling to Wait. But as I look at the situation that our province is facing, our city is facing, I change to different title. Which means, so the title that I'm going to share with you is When Life Doesn't Make Sense. What? Don't dissolve your dreams. So I will end the series of messages with a positive one. Now I remember we came from Siocon sa Bong del Norte. Now I have some kababayan here. My only desire at the time is to finish an elementary, and that's it. When I finished elementary, I start having a desire to go to high school because lots of fun in high school. And then after high school, some of my classmates, they went to Zamboanga City, they went to Dabalos City, they went to Cebu City. Some of those who have money, they went to Manila. Oh no, we are telling our family, and I tell you, my dad is just receiving 800 pesos at the time, feeding 10 mouth. Imagine that. My mom has no work. So, but I tell you, God has His own dream that He put into my heart. When I went to Zamboanga City, I heard that there is a crusade on the, I forget the name of the grandstand there. It's just behind with our dormitory. I could hear there's somebody preaching. And I went there. I could not go to the main gate, so I passed on the cemetery there. I climbed at the top of the cemetery. Imagine all those, it's fine. So I wasn't just like a fourth floor, but finally all those listening. I think that one is, the speaker is Stewart. I forget his first name. Dong Stewart? I think Dong Stewart. So he was preaching a super namin, and I started desiring, Lord, I want to be a pastor. Lord, I want to be a pastor. And he started crying at the top of that cemetery there. God puts His dream into my heart. And that moment when I come home, there's no way that I could be a pastor. Because first, I don't know how to speak English. And the Bible school, the seminary that we need to go, is in the Benicia Bible College and Seminary, which all the professor are all Americans. There's no way for me to become a pastor. And the tuition fees is 14,000 per semester. Where could I get that? With all the circumstances that I'm facing, it doesn't make sense with me to become a pastor. We don't have the money. I don't have the skills or ability. I don't know how to speak. I don't know in my abilities. It is nonsense for me to become a pastor. But in spite of that, when God has put in my dreams Despite of our economic crisis, in spite that we could not afford, God fulfilled His dream into my heart. And now you see me standing here. I am a testimony that in despite of circumstances, God could fulfill His dream when we obey and cooperate with Him. Youth, I don't know what challenges you have. Just obey and cooperate with God. God has put His dream into you. Amen. Please open your Bible with me in the book of Genesis. The chapter 41, verses 41 to 44. Are you there now? But before I would proceed there, because that is the fulfillment of the dream of Joseph, let me explain to you here that before the fulfillment of the dreams of Joseph, there are lots of circumstances that Joseph went through, that he could easily dissolve his dreams. If you look at here, in Genesis chapter 37, verses 6 to 7, then jump to 9. So put your finger on the on chapter 41, and then open your Bible in chapter 37 of Genesis, because we're going to look at the dreams here of Joseph. So let's look at the dream of Joseph. He said to them, listen to this dream I had. We were binding bundles of grain out in the field when suddenly my bundle rose and stood upright while your bundles gathered around mine and bowed down to it. And then in verse 9 chapter 37, he said, listen, this is Joseph. He said, I have another dream. And this time the sun and moon and 11 stars were bowing down to me. Before this dream will come to reality. So now I want you to, imagine that Joseph now has he has now a dream that is given by God. But before the fulfillment of the dream, Joseph is going to go to different circumstances, challenges, and difficulties of his life. But I tell you, on those moments, he never dissolves his dream. Now first, Joseph was hated by his brothers. Because of this dream, if you look at chapter 37, verse 8, his brothers said to him, do you intend to reign over us? Will you actually rule us? And they hated him all the more because of his dream that he had said. Now he has a dream. But what happened here? His brothers hate him so much because of their dream. Now, would Joseph give up his dream because his brothers hate him? Not just hate him. If you look at this, Joseph was what? He was sold to the Ishmaelites. Not just to the point of, selling his own brother. His brothers, they want even to kill him. Imagine, here is their own brother. It's just because of the dreams. Do you want to kill him? I mean, if you are Joseph, you could easily, no, it's not true. You're still my brothers, I'm going to bow down on you. Not you will bow down on me. You could easily dissolve the dreams. And you could even say, no, you know what, brothers? That's not true. It's just my dream. But I tell you, Joseph, he did not dissolve. his dreams. He didn't give up his dreams. You will see here as well, when Joseph was sold to Potiphar, and then when Joseph arrived there in the house of Potiphar, Joseph becomes a slave of Potiphar. What is the dream of Joseph? That his brothers and even his father will bow down on him. But nobody will bow down who is a slave. Do you get me? His dreams is what his brothers will bow down on him. But now he becomes a slave of Potiphar. What's the connection? It's nonsense. His dream is his brothers will bow down on him, and now he becomes a slave. Well, when life doesn't make sense, Joseph, he did not dissolve his dreams. He continually served the Lord. When Joseph arrived in the household of Potiphar, he started serving the Lord. Now, not only that, imagine this. He could say, you know what, Lord? My dream is somebody would bow down on me. That's my dream. But how come now I am a slave of Potiphar? In other words, I am now maybe bowing down to my master. This is nonsense. It has no connection with my dreams. But despite of that, Joseph, he held on to that dreams. Let me give you here a joke. A man was hiking on a nature trail when a bear appeared to him. And what this man, he ran away, but as he ran away and he found this tree, he climbed on the tree. While he was holding on the branches of the tree, what happened to the tree? It broke. He was found at the very feet of the bear. When he was lying on the ground, this man is a Christian. And he said, Lord, I come to you. I hope that this bear is a Christian. And then he heard the whisper of the bear. And the bear looked up in heaven and he said, thank you for the food. When we face to face with the bear, no, for sure, we will dissolve our dreams. For sure, you will relinquish, you will dismiss your dreams. You know, we are facing bear every day in our lives. We are facing circumstances, challenges in our lives, the pain, the hurt, the difficulties. It's just like the bear that we are facing, that when we face them, sometimes we relinquish, we dissolve the dreams that God has put in our heart. Don't let those bears prey to eat you. And next one. What? Joseph, first, was the most hated brother. Second, he became a slave. And third, what? Joseph was put into prison for the accusation that is not true. In Genesis chapter 39, the verses 7 to 8 and 10, the wife of Potiphar, actually I like the expression of verse 10 there, every day she invited Joseph to have sex with her, but Joseph refused. But because of that, the wife of Potiphar is so angry with him. when Potiphar came home, she told Potiphar, and then in verse 20, Potiphar was burned. He was so angry with Joseph. And what Potiphar did? He put Joseph in prison. Now, here it is again. The first, what happened to him? He was the most hated brother. He could easily dissolve in order to please their brothers, his dreams. He said, no, you know what? My dream is not true. And then second, he became a slave. How could a slave be worshipped? Somebody would bow down on you. Nobody. But he did not dissolve his dreams. He continually held on his dreams. Here is the third one. He was accused of something that he did not do. He could easily dissolve his dreams and say, Lord, I am done with this dream. You have given me a dream that my brother is going to bow down on me. But look what happened now. I am in prison. And next one. If you look at in Genesis chapter 40, verse 14. But when all those met with him, so I'm talking about when Joseph was forgotten by the chief bearer. If you know the story about Joseph here, so when Joseph was in prison, he met this chief cupbearer and he has a dream. So when he has a dream, Joseph interpreted his dream. And because of whatever Joseph, how he interpreted, that's exactly what happened to his dream. And now, Joseph said to the cupbearer, he said, but when all goes well with you, remember me and show me kindness, mention me to Pharaoh, and get me out of this prison. But I tell you, in verse 23, what happened? What happened in verse 23?
Did not remember.
Oh, for the past 2 years, Joseph was forgotten. Imagine that. Now he could easily decide, Lord, what happened with me here? I've been here in this prison for the past 2 years, and the chief cupbearer that I have, he never remembered me. Where he is now? But in spite of that, he never relinquished, he never dissolved or dismissed his dreams. He continually held his dream. I believe this time is the right time to bring the dreams of Joseph to reality. Please look at your Bible with me in Genesis chapter 41, verses 1 to 4. What had happened there? Pharaoh has a dream that nobody could interpret his dream. And then in verses 9 to 13, the chief cupbearer, he told Pharaoh that there is a young man who interpreted his dream, and that what happened exactly how he interpreted. To make the long story short, Joseph was quickly removed from the dungeon. He shaved and changed his clothes and brought Joseph to Pharaoh. And verses 17 to 24, Pharaoh had told Joseph about his dream, and then in verses 25 to 36, Joseph interpreted the dreams of Pharaoh. And then in verses 41 to 44, who would like to read that? Do you have your Bible with you? What happened there?
Hereby put you in charge of the whole land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh took his signet ring from his finger and put it on Joseph's finger. He dressed him in robes of fine linen and put a gold chain around his neck. He had him ride in a chariot as his second in command.
Wow. What happened to Joseph? He is now the in charge the second man of the whole land of Egypt. He was given a sign ring. Nobody would move in the whole Egypt without the permission of Joseph. Here is the dream has been fulfilled. Imagine that when Joseph cooperated with God and when he obeyed with God, God brought his dream into reality. My friends, I don't know whatever your challenges you're facing today. But if we will just cooperate with all the detours that happen in our lives and did not dissolve our dreams in His own time, He will bring our dreams into reality. Joseph, he remained faithful to the one who gave him the dreams. And that dreams becomes the reality. Let me give you here my last joke. No, a young man brought his wife to a small town doctor's office for an emergency. So the nurses escorted the woman to the examination area, and the husband anxiously took seat on the lobby. For the next few minutes, the husband heard the instruction that is given to his staff. And what the husband is hearing to the instruction of the doctor is that, can you get the knife? Can you get the hammer? Can you get the knife? Can you get the pliers? And then when the doctor said, can you get the hacksaw? Immediately the husband went immediately to the examination room and he said, what happened to my wife? The doctor said, nothing. At this moment, we're still opening our cabinet medicine. No, medicine cabinet. That's why they need these pliers and hammer. But the husband hearing all those words, right? You know what? Many times God used those knives, pliers, hammers, hacksaw in our lives in order for us to go straight. So sometimes, if we will not listen to our pliers, if we will not listen to those small knives, or maybe God could use a hacksaw on us, so that we will listen carefully to Him. Why do we need this truth today? When life doesn't make sense at all, don't dissolve your dreams. We're living in a society that we don't want to go through the process. Right? Okay, let me paraphrase. When life doesn't make sense, we easily dissolve our dreams. Because our society today, they don't want the process. They want the end product of the process. Do you get me? Now, for example, let me illustrate this. Anyway, so here you're going to see that, for example, you want to earn money. You want to earn money, everybody wants, I doubt nobody here would like to earn money. Everybody wants to earn money. That's the reality. But do you want the process of earning that money? No. Right? Let me see the picture here. Okay, good. So now if you look at this, all of us want money. But nobody would like to go to a process of earning money. Nobody will go to work because the process it takes us so much time before the earning of the money. Second, In sports, everybody wants to be a winner, wants to have a medal, a trophy. But nobody wants to go to the training in order to earn the medal and the trophy. Nobody would like to have this, all the exercise and training and commitment. Nobody would like that. Or maybe for youth here, you want to be an engineer. You want to be a nurse, you want to be a dentist, you want to be an accountant. But you don't want to go through the process of earning all these professions. You don't want to study, you don't want to sacrifice, but you want to be a nurse, you want to be a doctor. You want the end product of your university, but you don't want the process of becoming a nurse or becoming an engineer. Wow. And that's why, because God, let me show you. So during the process of this fulfillment, God is so interested on the process. I mean, of course, I believe God is also, He also desires for us to reach on our destination, but He gives more emphasis on the process. I'm lost with my, I don't know, I arranged it this morning. It is here. Let me show you here with a map. You will see in this map, this is a journey to the promised land. So here, if you will see there, the number 1, you see the number 1 there? Number 1 there. So from there, in Egypt, they are going to walk all the way here to a 0. It only takes there maybe a week as they walk there. And then, when they arrive there, they are going to start walking So from there, it's only 1 week going all the way here. And then, you see that number 2? It took them 2 years to walk from there all the way to Kadesh Barnea. It took 2 years. And then if you look at here, and number 3, this one here, they keep walking and walking, circling all the way. You know how many years it took them? 38 years. 38 years, they just walk there and walk and walk and walk for 38 years. And then finally, they walk all the way, they cross the Jordan River, and they arrive to Canaan. Now, here it is. If God is so interested on the destination, the scholar says that it's only 3 days that they could bring them from Egypt all the way. If they will go straight all the way to Canaan, it will only take them 3 days. Only 3 days. Now it took them how many years? 40 years. Now let's look at the implication. If God is interested for our destination, then God, the Israelites, they will be there in the promised land within 3 days. But if I could show you here, I think that's all the passages that I showed you, all the behaviors and the attitudes. I think it's here. Okay, let me see another one here. Okay, I think it started. So if you look at in Numbers chapter 15, verse 24, so the people what? They grumble and were complaining against Moses, saying, what are we to drink? And then in the desert, the whole community grumbled against Moses and Aaron. And then so they quarreled with Moses and said, give us water to drink. Now, you see now what kind of attitude that the Israelites, while they were heading a journey. And God they could bring them to 3 days in the promised land, but if they will arrive there early, the promised land. Do you get me? So now if they will arrive in trade day, their attitude, it doesn't fit as a resident of the promised land. There must be a transformation before they will arrive to the promised land. How many years it took in order to transform them? 40 years that they could be fit as a residents of the promised land. Wow! Now I want you to come out in this building. Don't think, because there is a conflict. Our attitude, our nature as a human being, we want the end product. We want to arrive as soon as possible to our destination. We will do whatever we can in order for us to arrive to our dreams. God is more interested on the process, on fulfilling your dreams. Because God is going to transform you, that you could be fit to the dreams that God is going to give to you. I know you're concerned for your destination. God is concerned on the process for your destination. Let me conclude this message with a simple illustration. Do you remember Mr. Dropper, right? So I have another trick with you now. And my kids, they keep asking me where I get all those tricks. I just smile with them because they want to follow me as well. I want you to think that this is you. When you emerge to the world, this is water. I will illustrate this as the world, and this is you. As you would submerge yourself to the world, as you would stay there for maybe a few minutes there, as you would stay there, submerged in the world, little by little, your dreams will be dissolved. With all the circumstances, with all the challenges that we have, we could easily give up the dreams that God has put in our heart. Look at this. See that? This could be easily dissolved. But here is another one that I could show you. This is you. This is God's protection. As you have put yourself here in God's protection, as you would emerge to the world, I tell you, God's protection is with you. Let me show you. Sorry. It should be working. Okay. I was not able to put it all. Okay. See that? When you're under God's protection, even you are in the world, nobody could touch you. Nobody could destroy you. Because you are under God's protection. My friend, I don't know the challenges that you have. I don't know those hardship, the pain, the hurt that you are facing each day. But I tell you, if you are under God's protection, the dreams that God has put in your heart could never be dissolved. But if you try to do your own thing and try to submerge yourself into this world, with all the circumstances and challenges that we have, we could easily give up the dreams that God has put in our heart. My friend, whatever challenges that we have, I know we're facing economic crisis in our city, but please don't dissolve your dreams, because God, you are under His protection. Nobody could snatch you out of the hands of God. Nobody could touch you. Nobody could harm you, because God has embraced you with His love.
Amen.
I want you to come out in this building with so much thankfulness to the Lord, that whatever happens, His protection is in us. You are not alone of your challenges. And the tears that come out in your eyes, God knows those tears. God will never leave you. The Word of God says in the book of Hebrews, He said, I will never forsake you. He will continue to embrace and supply us with His provisions. Come out in this building and say, Lord, thank you so much that whatever happened to me, I am under your protection. Let us pray. Father in heaven, we thank you so much. Father, forgive us many times when we face all those challenges in our lives. We easily give up our dreams that you have put into our heart. Father, thank you so much for reminding us that whatever challenges that we have, help us, Lord, not to dissolve our dreams. And help us, Lord, along the process of fulfilling that dream. Would you uphold us with your mighty hands? Father, we thank you for your divine protection that you have given to us every day. Father, we lift up and worship you, Lord. I give you all the glory and honor for what you have done in our lives. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. God bless you all.